TigerBee.com.
Hello to all of my TigerBee.com family and supporters out there. Welcome back to another video of my Inktober, Birdtober, and all of the Tober challenges. Let's start. Welcome back to another Inktober, Birdtober, and all of the Tober challenges. Day 28, starting off with the Cackatoo. This comes from the official Birdtober challenge, and ironically, I just finished one of these spray paint wise though, not sketching or digital or any other media. So look out for that video coming out definitely sooner than later. Getting into the sketch pretty quickly as you saw, I'm going straight into the inking now. The inking process for this, I actually wanted to kind of relax and take my time and enjoy this day and enjoy this sketch versus, just, I guess, completing the sketch. So far, so good, no complaints from me. Working on the details in the feathers in the head, after the beak and the eye work was pretty simplistic. Going back into the eye work now, just to give it some details, and I want to give this bird a couple more features that a few other birds weren't able to receive, whether due to my schedule or, it's just a sketch and don't want to get too deep into the details. Going back and forth, just making sure that my cockatoo here is coming through pretty well, very understandable. I want to make sure that I have a little bit of chaos while also making sure that everything is manageable and clear as to the direction or the purpose of its, feather or mark. Continuously, just refining every stroke that I do. I move on to the head and I guess details in the neck area as well. Making sure that you can see the direction of each feather or stroke. When you're doing birds, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of chaos while having everything still work together to create a curve. For this particular sketch, I'm going to actually include more of the body, a prop, and later on I'll be adding in the official Inktober challenge, which is sparkle. Refining some of the background sketch work before I put in the ink. I want to make sure that everything is in its right place just before I've already put some details in for your pleasure. Getting into the claws now. I want him holding onto a branch. So that's something I haven't done just yet. So I want to make sure that I try to include all bird habits versus, getting into just the eyes or just the head or the beak or, just the feathers, all those things. So I want to make sure I give a little bit of time just to show the detailing of this branch that he's holding on to. Nothing too serious like I said before, and this whole month is just a sketch, so I'm not looking to create strong, lasting details that are going to make it a full piece. I'm keeping it sketch-wise from beginning to the end of this month. Placing in the tail feathers, or actually in this case, giving you the gesture that you can understand that these are the tail feathers. Moving into the wings now. Because these wings have so many layers, I want to give enough detail to where you can see the layers, while making sure that I'm not attending too much detail per stroke or per line or per feather. This particular side of the wing did look a little funky at first, but I knew that once I started the second wing, everything would make much more sense. This side will actually have a lot more, I guess, freedom as far as wing flow. But as you can see, things are making much more sense, and I'm feeling much comfortable with it, so I'll move on to the background now. Or actually, not the background, the mid-ground, which will be my page flip. Refining some details and going back and forth.
TigerBee.com.
I like to make sure that things are very understandable before I move on to the official Inktober challenge, which will once again be Sparkle. For Sparkle, I was thinking about doing something for the eyes, but I decided to flip the page and put a solar system behind them, letting the stars sparkle and take over that aspect of the challenge. I wanted to incorporate that versus making everything about the cockatoo here. Just giving some layers and details before I finish up. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to return for the next installment of TigerBee.com. Also, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, love, and share.